What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video your girl is here to bring you another video of my must Gag series. This is my series I created inspired by Samantha March's Will I Buy It series. I always have her series and the community playlist linked down below, as well as all the Instagram pages I follow to get all of this makeup knowledge. And then lastly, I always have all of the items listed and linked down below. If there is an asterisk behind that link, that means that it isn't going to be an affiliated link. That means I will get a little bit of a percentage based on what you pick up, I think, in the link. I don't really know, but yeah, I'd appreciate you following through those links. I also always have my Sephora and Ulta links down below in every video. In the event that you want to make an order and you would like to support me, I really would appreciate you shopping through those links. Now, it has been like, what, 2 weeks or something since I've uploaded a video in this series, and there's been a lot that's gone on, mainly sales. Like, let's face it, there's been a lot of sales, and you know, I have picked up a lot. I have, and you know, it is what it is. I will be showing you guys some of the stuff that has come in slowly throughout this month, and then also in my haul, which I will be aiming to film eventually. I'm not going to be filming it today, most likely. So yeah, I think that's it. Big ticket items that I did pick up. I did make a Colored Rain order. I finally did that. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I did pick up stuff from the Pat McGrath collaboration with Bridgerton. Still haven't read the book. I actually have the book. It's right here on my desk. The prologue was really good. I read the prologue. Natasha Denona is also currently doing a sale. Pat McGrath is doing a sale. Sephora is doing a sale. Everybody's doing a sale. Okay, everybody's doing a sale. So get in where you fit in. Don't where you don't. Keep it pushing. Okay, I'm gonna scoot over and we are going to get started. So what is the City Colors? They're doing they did a launch where they released Be Bold liquid pigments, where one side is matte, one side is shimmering. I like the idea of this. In application though, I don't use these, so I will not be picking these up. It's really nice that they're really cheap. They're only $6. You can get 20 or all of them for $22. I think the colors are nice. Everything about this is nice. I just know that I'm not going to use it, and I'm going to be a smart purchaser. I'm learning more about myself every day, every week, and I know I don't use these, so I'm not going to buy them. I don't remember if I talked about this last week or the last time I did this, but Natasha Denona did a mini Biba palette, and then she also did a small rose cheek duo. These duos never really, the cheek duos never really tickle my fancy. I honestly want the quads, but I can never justify picking them up. And the mini eyeshadow palettes, honestly, I would just go for the big one. I actually have been eyeing the big Biba, but I'm not going to rush to pick it up for a couple of reasons. One, I did just pick up that Colored Rain palette, which is a neutral tone palette, but also because it's not limited edition. And you know, as much as I have really been enjoying my Natasha Denona palettes, I picked up them strategically because they were limited edition and I knew I wanted them. Whereas the Biba is not, so I'm not going to press over it, and I'm just going to keep pushing forward. Tammy Tenuka's brand is coming out with some new products. The brand is called Sigil Inspired, by the way. And they're coming out with the Humble Bee palette. Oh, it's restocking. I apologize. So her stuff sells out quickly, very quickly. What I appreciate about this collection in particular is that it comes in different formats. So if you're like me and you like all of the shades in one, you get 2 different formats. You can get the little really small micro size, or you can get kind of the normal size eyeshadow palettes, or you can just get one smaller curated collection of this palette. I really like this. I wish you would do this for more of the more interesting color schemes that I'm particularly interested in. A lot of those color schemes, they're just the small 6 pans, and those sell out like hotcakes. But either way, I just figured I'd let you guys know that this has restocked. I'm sure, honestly, by the time that this goes up, it's already sold out again, but in the event that it's not, e.l.f. seems to come out with some new skincare recently. They came out with the Grip primer and a magnetic mask. I've actually had a magnetic mask from a brand before. I thought it was okay. I never thought it was revolutionary, so I did not pick it up. I think I got it through like an influencer box. I bought it. I didn't buy it. I received it, I used it, and then I never picked it up again because it wasn't something life-changing. So I'm not going to pick this up. And then as far as the gripping primer, I literally just picked up the Milk gripping primer. I love that primer, so I don't want to get the e.l.f. one. And for those who are really interested in comparing and contrasting, I'm sure they'll do a really good job at that. Flower Beauty is collaborating with Charlie's Angels, which of course Drew Barrymore is the owner of Flower Beauty, and she was an actress in Charlie's Angels. I think that this is a nice collaboration, but I don't like the color scheme. I don't like the packaging, so I'm not going to pick it up. Fenty Beauty is launching another highlighter. I do have her Diamond Milk highlighter. I love that highlighter. And you know, cool. I don't think this is going to be that same formula. I think this is going to be the harder pressed one that she had a couple of holidays ago at this point. So I'm going to easy pass on that. Nomad Cosmetics, they were sneak peeking a while ago, and I don't know. Oh no, they still haven't shown us. Okay, so they are sneak peeking a palette, and it is called the Oh Dear palette, and it is going to be launching in January, so it'll be launching soon. We haven't seen anything. They typically do like sneak peeks of the shades, so they haven't gotten to that point yet. So it's going to be quite a while, I think, until they actually launch this palette. The one palette that I never talked about, and I'm kind of sad, I never actually saw it until people were doing their eyeshadow palette collections, and I was like, oh, I really like that, is their Haunted palette. That color scheme I think is one of Nomad's best color schemes that they have done to date. And if this other one that they're sneak peeking down is something that I'm interested in, I may actually pick up both of those because I do like them. Now, what value is that Haunted palette gonna bring? None, but it's value because I really like Nomad. So yeah. ColourPop, they're releasing some jewel quads. I think this works for people who don't have big palette collections and they just want to add certain colors to their collection. This is not me though, and I am not a huge quad person, so easy pass on that. Milani came out with some new products. They came out with some cheek palettes, one that is creams, one that is powders. They also came out with a palette and some lip products. The cheek palette is the only thing that was halfway interesting to me, so specifically the cream one, but because there's no real like decent covering, if you will, I'm gonna easy pass on those. Sola Look is doing a pre-order for their Dirty Dancing eyeshadow quad. I think this is cute, but not something that I need once again, so I am going to pass. Marc Jacobs, they're coming out with a new fragrance for 2022. It is a daisy inspired fragrance, and this one has mineral accords and yellow lotus flower combined with floral aquatic freshness wrapped in comforting sandalwood and musk. So the top notes are quince, violet leaves, mineral accords. Middle notes are lotus flower, nature print, jasmine, violet, and the base notes are seaweed, herbs, musk, and sandalwood. It sounds cute, but I don't think that's something that I would enjoy. It just sounds too airy, too light, and that's not something that I like. Something dark, deep, heavy. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. A new brand to me, I've never heard of this brand, and they are called Marquil Cosmetics. They're coming out with the Opulent Dreams eyeshadow palette, and there are 9 mattes, 8 shimmers, and 1 satin shade. This is very reminiscent to Carity Cosmetics. Their formatting, I think the color scheme is really pretty, but it's too big of a palette, not something that I need, so I am personally going to pass. A surprising collection from MAC, I was not expecting something like this from them, is their, what is this? This is their Lunar New Year collection, and this is the year of the tiger, of course. So they have a eyeshadow palette, lip products, brushes, and then a highlighter. I must say that eyeshadow palette is interesting. It's interesting. Now, is it something that I'm gonna pick up? No, it just looks pretty. Let's face it, it just looks pretty, but I'm not going to get caught up. No ma'am, no Pam. Dee Dee's Signature. She came out with a new eyeshadow palette that everybody has been raving about. It's called the Neutral Wonder Palette. And it is pretty. It is very, very pretty. It is very, very basic, but you know, to some people that's what they like. I think it's nice. I really do. I've not tried the brand before, and I do like the one multi-chrome that she splashed in there as well. I think it's nice. It's cheap. I think it's like $23, so it's really, really affordable. I would say go for it if you're interested. I would love to hear your opinions, whether you think it's pretty or not, but I think it looks nice. Simply Posh Cosmetics. They also came out with a really, really interesting looking palette. It is called the Cozy Cabin Palette. It is really, really pretty. Look at this. This is like half neutrals, really, really nice colored neutrals at that. Then half really interesting, cool tone, but kind of warm toned colors. It's really nice palette. I would pick this up. I think it's sold out and long gone at this point, but I don't need it. I really don't need it. I could probably dupe it out in my collection. Honestly, the amount of single shadows that I have is just insane. But it's a pretty palette. It's a pretty palette. I was also sneak peeking that they have some more gloss sticks coming out. This is one of my favorite application methods when it comes to gloss. So in that instance, I am interested, but then I see the price tag, which is $35, and I am no longer interested. I'm pretty sure even the Fenty glossy sticks are like only $18 or something. So I can't justify it. Pretty colors, can't justify it though. No ma'am, no Pam. Cara Beauty, they are coming out with a new palette. It is the Capricorn palette, so that's for me because I am a Capricorn, and it's a really colorful, not colorful, it's a really interesting color scheme. It's 10 shades, 5 mattes, 5 metallics, only $16.99. Not bad. Is this something that I'm going to pick up? Probably not. Theme of this whole video, but it's cute. It is cute. Oh my gosh, we have so much to talk about. Why is there so much to talk about? Okay, let's keep going. Indigenous Lashes is coming out with an eyeshadow palette with a mix of mattes and shimmers, and it's 9 shades. Because they clearly specify that these are shimmers, I'm gonna pass. I like the palette, you know, it's cute. I like that it's an indigenous based brand, but I know me, I don't like shimmers, so I am going to pass. Something else that I know I'm going to pass on, but I thought why not talk about it, are these quads. These are $15 each, and they are a mix of highlighter, blush, and contour. I think this is interesting, and I like the kind of Picasso inspired theme on the packaging, but I don't need any other face palettes. I have really curated my face palette collection. I really enjoy all of them, and I'm just gonna stick with that. Playing with Makeup by Yolando. So this is a brand that I tried, I think now 2 years ago, and I wanted to try more, but they've never really come out with something that I was interested in. So they will be coming out with this soon, and this is called their 777 eyeshadow palette. And I love the color scheme. I love the colors in here, but there's so many repetitive shades in here. It is honestly ridiculous to me. I think they could definitely have curated this down to a 12 pan palette and I would have picked it up. So for that reason, I am not going to be picking it up. I think their formula is really good. From what I've tried, I've only tried one palette, but I just can't justify, I just can't justify it. I can't. So Knit new palette from Adept Cosmetics. It is restocked in case you were interested in the palette. The color scheme looks really pretty. I still have yet to try Adept Cosmetics, but I always hear raving things about them. Okay, a couple of things from ColourPop, so let's group them all together. They're coming out with a collection, and it is called the All Buzz collection. So there are 2 eyeshadow palettes, eyeliners, lip products, cheek products, all of that. You know, nothing extravagant or really eye-catching for me, so that's an easy pass. They also came out with the Rosé All Day palette, which I think is a little bit more interesting, specifically the cheek products. But overall, once again, it's ColourPop. They really have to get me. I just don't necessarily want to support ColourPop, to be honest. And then they also have launched their Lunar New Year collection, and this is celebrating, of course, the year of the ox, or the tiger, I'm sorry. They have an eyeshadow quad and some highlighters and some other things. Nothing that I really need. Easy pass overall for ColourPop. A brand that I am interested in trying this year, and actually I have on good authority that a friend is going to be sending me one of the palettes, which I am really appreciative of, and it is Blend Bunny Cosmetics. So they're coming out with a new palette, and it is called their Dollhouse Palette. It is their equivalent of a neutral palette, and I like where they went with this. I really do. But it's just not, it's not fully getting me all the way there. You know, there's certain rows that I'm like, yes, I like you. But the whole palette, I just don't feel I need the whole palette. I really don't. Yolando has already launched their limited edition brush for the year. It was $135. I'm betting 9 times out of 10 that it's already sold out. It looks like a really pretty powder brush, but as you guys saw in my brush to clutter, I don't need another powder brush, not one. So I'm not going to be picking it up at all. Too Faced is now sneak peeking their perfume, and it has the notes of fruits, including passion fruit, lychee, peach, citrus, floral scents of magnolia, jasmine, orchid, rose, and earthy scents of sandalwood, cedar wood, musk, amber, and patchouli. It's going to be $105 for 3.4 ounces, and you can also get one of their mascaras. So it's supposed to be available on their website and at all retailers in January. If this is available in store at Sephora or Ulta to smell, I will. I'm not like opposed to smelling it, but I also know that I'm not going to spend $105 immediately. Don't get me wrong. I have dropped some money on some fragrances this year or last year, but at the same time, I knew how they smelled and I also knew how they wore. Danessa Myricks is extending her collection, and she's extending it to house some chrome pencils. These are multi-chrome micro tip waterproof pencils. They have high intensity color. They're color shifting, waterproof, and smudge proof. They're $22 each. And although I think this is an interesting concept and something that people may get use out of, I don't think I would get any use out of this. I don't really use a lot of multi-chrome pens. I know what color I want in my waterline or on my tight line or right around my lid, and that's what I want. I don't want a multi-chrome. If I do, I want that in a liquid form. So that's going to be a pass for me. Morphe came out with another collection, and this is called their Sweet Tea collection. I think this is inspired by their lip products. I'm pretty sure that Sweet Tea color was already a color. I think the palette is cute, but it did not need to be as big of a palette as it is. They definitely could have dropped half of this palette and then I would have been interested. I have tried some Morphe lip products in the past, and they're nice. They're not anything to write home about, but they are nice. Sephora brand is also coming out with some new products. They came out with a new mascara and some ultimate eyeliners. I'm sure these products are good. I know a lot of people really don't give the Sephora collection the time of day, but a lot of their products are actually quite nice. So yeah, if you are interested, Ulta is currently doing a skincare like event situation where you can get 50% off of certain skincare items. I haven't actually looked at this at all, and I'm sure there's nothing on here that I really need and or want. So I'm gonna say this is an easy pass for me overall. Makeup Revolution is also coming out with a new mascara. I have no idea if this is trying to dupe something or if this is their own. I will say, based on the packaging, I feel like this is trying to be very reminiscent to what is that brand? They're only in Kohl's. I can't think of the brand, but it's very reminiscent of one brand in particular. And you know, I hope that they're not trying to mimic that brand. Sydney Grace is coming out with some new things. So they're coming out with monthly bundles for the year of 2022. And you can purchase the January bundle for $20. And it will include certain colors, I guess. And it's available till supplies last. I'd be intrigued to know if, like, you pick up the bundle, do you get a palette or what? I don't really know, but it looks like there are 5. There are 5 shades in there. I think that's a really nice thing for somebody who wants like a curated collection. I find that Sydney Grace does a really good job at curating their collection, and they have a really good formulation. So if you are interested, I say go for it. Glaminatrix is already sneak peeking new products. We've seen a couple of colors. Those colors look fantastic and beautiful. I will say I am actually wearing Glaminatrix on my eyes today. This will be in a multi-palette or multi-look palette video. I am wearing their Silent Night palette. So if you're interested in hearing my opinions, just stay tuned. It will be coming up later on in the month. Then it's like the release of some foundation. So the Charlotte Tilbury foundation that we talked about a couple of weeks ago, that is now launched. Pat McGrath's foundation's on sale. Natasha Denona's did I say fragrance? Pat McGrath's foundation is on sale. Same with Natasha Denona's. And now Nars has come out with the new foundation, and this is their light reflecting foundation. It's makeup that looks like skin, acts like skincare, feels light as air, instantly blurs looking blemishes, dark spots, redness, blah blah blah. Natural finish, all day wear, 36 shades. Always have a really good skin or shade range. It's available January 13th on Sephora and January 14th on their website. I have really enjoyed Nars foundations in the past. I think I've gone through 2 of them and I've really enjoyed their foundations. I don't know, there's no real rhyme or reason why I never picked up another one. I just didn't. Kosas is also coming out with some products, and it looks like they're coming out with some liquid eyeshadows. I think these look really pretty, and you know, maybe in a different time, in a different era, I would actually pick these up and get use out of them, but I do not get any use out of these, so I'm not going to play myself and I'm not going to get it. And then the last thing I believe, at least for right now, is that Dior is coming out with a new foundation. This is their new Dior Forever Skin Glow foundation, SPF 15 in 42 shades. It's supposed to last up to 24 hours with their Color True formulation. It's supposed to give you hydration, reduce pores, smooth radiance, complexion, all of that jazz. It retails for $52, and it is currently available now. And you can also recycle the packaging, which is nice. You know, I think all of this stuff is nice. But I am in a place currently right now where I just don't need any of it. So I'm not going to pick any things up. I'm gonna enjoy what I have. I have a little stack of eyeshadow palettes that I want to test out and review, and I really want to get through those hopefully within January so that I can start afresh in February, and all of that jazz. So that's kind of where I'm at. Nothing really catching my eye. There are definitely some things that are cute, whatever, but nothing that I'm like, I cannot live without. I would love to hear how you guys feel. Are there products that you really need to bring into your collection? Let your girl know. Like I said, there are a lot of sales, okay? I'm sure sales are going to continue to skyrocket as the economy is kind of very unpredictable right now, with all of these variants going around town. So definitely stay safe. Protect your friends and family the way you know how to. And yeah, with that said, I'll just see you guys in my next video. I have not announced the giveaway winners. Check out down below. I will have an pinned comment who won, and I will also post it again on my community page in the event that they don't watch these videos. From the day that I post this video, you get a week to contact me, and if you don't, then I will redraw the winners. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.